in there. Um, I hope you're doing great tonight. I really do. I hope you have not given up. And if you have, I've come to talk about you, but to your face. So how y'all doing? Happy March 21st. Y'all, we are flying through this year already. This year's been absolutely insane. It's been a year of a bunch of loss so far, to be honest. But it's also been a year of acceleration too, where things are moving so swiftly. What's up, bro? And I just want to get on here real quick and like bust some bubbles, okay? I want to tell y'all there are 3 reasons why you probably have already quit or you soon will. What's up, bro? How's it going, man? I just want to really call you out because most of y'all quit and y'all silently quit. You quit on yourself like you quit on your job. Some of y'all be at work looking for another job. Back to you silently quitting on the people that you're supposed to be, serving because your employer is your first client if you never owned a business. If you own a business, you reap what you sow. Because however you treat that client, i.e., your employer, people will treat you the same way. And so a lot of y'all treat yourself the same way you treat your employer, where you silently quit, where you are first quitting in your attitude, you quitting in your diligence, you quitting by taking these extra super long breaks. I'm gonna be honest. When I had a 9 to 5, I worked at Methodist Germantown Hospital. I ain't gonna even lie. Okay. This when I was a low down person. And I remember I was a medical assistant. I was working on a certain unit, and there was about 60 beds on the unit, bro. And I was the only medical assistant. So the nurses are already short. Patients are packed out. I am the only medical assistant, and I'm trying my best to do what I can to be diligent. But then I got an attitude. See, your attitude can really shift some stuff for the better or for the absolute worst. I got an attitude because I'm like, listen, y'all trying to break my back. Like, hold on, I ain't got time. And so during that time when I didn't have a clue, I didn't have the right mindset, I did not have the right, spirit. I did not operate in the spirit of excellence. I was like, whatever, it's done. I took good care of my clients, but when I felt like I was being disrespected, because this is how y'all get caught up. I felt like they was taking advantage of me. I was like, bump you and his job. I'm gonna look out for me. And so you cannot you cannot check out on your attitude, because your attitude is your altitude. It determines how far and how high you go. And so at this job, and I know y'all, I know. Forgive me, y'all. I've already repented. Okay, it's been years ago, but that was breaking my back. I had 60 patients, one medical assistant, and so you know what I did? I would walk real fast. And I don't even know why I'm telling y'all this, but I will walk real fast, like I'm really busy, just to hit the stairwell and take my time walking underneath to the next floor, maybe get some water, maybe stop by the snack machine, and then I'll come back up and I'll zoom back, okay? And so, y'all, I literally was quitting on them without even telling them that. I had already quit mentally. And then I began to quit in my attitude. I began to quit in so many different ways till finally I was like, here go that little 2 weeks. And I ain't even finish it out. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't even finish it out. I put my 2 weeks in. I was trifling and hit that dough on them. And so a lot of y'all, you are in the same position and you have a chance to do it the right way. Do not be like Faith. Okay, you got a chance to serve the people that you're called to serve the right way. And I want to encourage you to stop quitting on everything that you're doing. And there's 3 reasons why you probably have already quit this year. Most of y'all have already given up. Most of y'all already talking about next year. Most of y'all already talking about, you know what, maybe God didn't say that. Maybe I ain't hear God say that. Shut your mouth and begin to decree and declare what you know God told you to do. But anywho, before I get ahead of myself, most of y'all already quit, and it's just March 21st, and some of y'all about to quit. But I am here to help you not throw in that towel. So listen, the number one reason why you quitting, and I don't care that I don't speak proper English. If you don't like it, get off. Okay? And so most of y'all quitting because you don't trust God's timing. You don't think God's smarter than you. You think you know when the timings are supposed to happen. You think you God. You think you the boss. You pay the cost to be the boss, right? My dad always used to say that. And so you don't trust God's timing. Most people quit because they confuse delay with denial. Have you done that? Have you confused delay with denial? I know I've done this before. And most times when I bring out something, when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me, okay? Talking to me. I'm talking to myself. I ain't taking you somewhere I ain't never been, okay? I have confused delay with denial. And I had built this company that I was a part of, and I love MLM. I built this company up, and my bro know. We broke our back to build that company. And we started getting discouraged. And we started being like, bro, y'all said 5 to 10 years. We supposed to be rich. I'm not rich yet. And so I quit. I sure did it, baby. I quit. I quit so hard. And could it have been that I was right there at the breaking point, the breakthrough point? But because I confused delay with denial, I literally gave up everything that could have been mine. Could that have been my moment? Mm-hmm. And so some of y'all about to make the same mistake that I made. And like well, some of y'all gonna be like, well, Faye, you never know, what if you would have been breaking your back for the rest of your life? Could have been, but either way, time's still gonna keep going, and so you might as well keep going and stop quitting, okay? And so when things don't happen fast enough in our microwave TikTok generation, I ain't gonna lie though, I be wanting my stuff right then, right now, get it done, back to me so I can keep it pushing. That's literally how I operate. But I've been learning I gotta take a step back in order to take 2 steps forward. I gotta learn to pace myself. I gotta learn patience. You practice patience. You don't ask God to give me patience. You practice it, okay? And so you begin to assume that God has said no. After God's already told you, this is what I want you to do. Because it's delayed, you begin to assume that God said no, right? And that maybe he really don't mean for me to have it. But what if he really means not yet? What if it means like, if I give you what you've been asking for, if I put this in your hand, it will destroy you? For some of y'all, if God gave you what you've really been seeking for, be it a platform, financial prosperity, whatever that is, your man, your wife, whatever that is, if God gave it to you, you will ruin it. And you will probably ruin your life too. And some of y'all are miss heaven. Some of y'all are bust hell wide open because you'll be out here doing crazy stuff. Some of us don't have the right character to truly step into what God wants to give us. And a lot of times the reason why we have to go around that same old mountain, because baby, I'm so tired of my mountain, I ain't gonna lie. And no matter what level you on, it's always a mountain you gotta go around. It's always a test you gotta be tested. Before anything is sent out of heavily manufacturing, it must be tested. And so in my proving season, and no matter where you at, be it you being proven as a wife, you being proven as an entrepreneur, you being proven as a friend, you being proven, no matter where you've been proven at, until you get the lesson, God's going to say, not quite yet. And so how long do you want to continue with this lesson? How long do you want to continue around the same old circle? How long do you want to keep quitting? Some of y'all quit everything. Some of y'all got so many boyfriend and girlfriends from the past. You got so many exes, baby. You just need to be quiet. Some of y'all got so many jobs. You done had so many jobs. You done had so many jobs. You can't even put the jobs on the application, bro. Some of y'all done had so many friends that you didn't like cut off. I cut them off. Why? You quit too much. You are the common denominator. And I understand that most people don't want to hear this because it's not no peach and cream, Skittles, and bubblegum conversation. But I'm here to tell you what most people won't tell you because I do love you. And I do want you to win. And I want you to prosper in what God called you to prosper in. We got to stop quitting. Got to stop it. At some point, you got to say, you know what? Maybe it is me. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I am the issue here and I need to go do better. And so you need to look at this verse. And every time I'm going to teach y'all, we coming from the Bible, baby. So don't get it twisted. We're going to be going in the Bible, okay? And so Habakkuk 2:3 says, though it tarry with my Memphis self, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Meaning, though it's a delay, baby, though your dreams have an appointed time. Your spouse has an appointed time. Those children, appointed time. That business popping off, appointed time. Everything's done by timings and seasons, and it has an appointment. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I be like, listen, Lord, I needed mine yesterday. But then I also know that my God is good. My Father God is good. He's my dad. He's my friend. He knows what I need when I need it. And I can count on him. I can depend on him. And something that I always do know, he will never do me wrong. So even when I don't see it, Cause baby, I be looking. I ain't gonna lie, I be looking. I be like, where it said, where you at? I need that Gucci bag. I need that Bentley, that big boy Bentley 7-seater for me and my kids. Yep, I want that. I want my 40 acres. Yeah, I want a farmhouse. I want a farm mansion. Let me be clear. My dream house is a farm ranch mansion. I know, bougie country. Me. If you don't like it, it don't matter. You ain't gotta live there. But I wanted that yesterday. But am I ready for it? Probably not. Because first of all, how am I gonna cut 40 acres? You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of times we get frustrated in the waiting season when that's the time for you to be tested and you to come out stronger and you to develop that perseverance, develop that hope in the Lord, develop that trust, develop that faith, develop that perseverance, bro. And so you gotta really reposition your mindset, okay? And so think about it. If God gave you your vision, right? If God gave you the vision with the provisions right now, I want you to put it in the comments. If God did it for you right now, would you really be able to handle what you've been asking for? I know a lot of y'all be like, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. One of my mentors hit me with, he said, Faye, you keep saying you want to be a millionaire. What would you do with it? And bro, I was like, I don't even know. It makes sense. He was like, that don't make sense. You got to be able to be a steward of it before it even arrives. So if God sends you that $1 million or that $10 million or whatever, I told God I want 400 million. If I can get 400 million in my life network, net worth, so I can pass down to my children, do a lot for orphans and widows and women and men too. I got y'all, but I'm a woman, so I'm looking out for us. I want to do a lot, and I went and I did after I got basically rebuked, like, Faye, how you gonna ask for all this and you don't even know what you want to do with it? You don't even know what that looks like. I went and wrote down, Lord, if you allow me to become this kingdom millionaire, I want to give this much to my home church. I want to give this much to my spiritual parents. I want to give this much to my family. I want to give this much to kingdom advancement. I want to give this much to orphans, this much to sex trafficking victims. And I literally begin to allocate it. And so have you done that? Have you done that? I'm pretty sure you haven't. Because most of y'all are just thinking about your bills that's coming up in about a week and a half. Most of us, our mindset is so hand to mouth. Hand to mouth, hand to mouth. We're so used to the hand to mouth system that it's like almost impossible to break out of. I want to challenge us to begin to stop living from hand to mouth and begin to ask God, what product can I create? What can I do that'll bring value to other people where I can begin to build that wealth? Or say you want to get married. What can I do to become that spouse? Instead of always looking for who's trying to date me. Oh, me. What can you do to become more attractive so that the person will see you and be like, oh, let me check them out. Think about that. And so what I want to encourage you to do is keep pressing. Let's keep going. So number 2, the reason why you probably already didn't quit or you about to quit is because you're too focused on what is lacking. That right there, boy, I'll take you up out of here, okay? The enemy loves to magnify your limitations. He loves to tell you, God said money ain't gonna be a problem no more. But rent due, phone bill due, gas bill too, everything due. Literally, the enemy loves to magnify that. And bills, I talk about bills because, I done went through it with them bills, baby, and bills be billing. My God, I'd be like, Lord. But bills is the easiest thing to connect to other people with. And so the enemy loves to magnify what you don't have. And it could be, I ain't got the money, I ain't got no man, I ain't got my wife, I ain't got kids, I ain't got this, I ain't got that. And you so focused on that you have not even stopped today. Some of y'all, I bet you, it's 10:22 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I bet you, I'm waiting, you ain't even stopped today and thank God for the breath he gave you to wake up on this day. Have you? If not, repent and go thank God for the breath he given you today. There's some people who wish they could have woke up. There's literally people, my brother, i.e. one of them, well, we don't know, because he wanted to go. My brother, I ain't gonna lie, my brother was like, bro, stop holding me here. Like, take the oxygen. My brother was literally ready to go see the king, okay? But it's like, dude ain't here no more. And I'm pretty sure there's other people who did not wake up this morning, wish they could have been here. And what you doing with it? You spending your precious time focused on what's lacking, focused on what you ain't got. And most of y'all, you're even worse. You so busy focused on what other people ain't got, other people got. You so busy, you so zoned in on what everybody else doing, what they ain't got, where they going, who they been. You are everybody else's business but your own. It's time to mind your own business and be faithful with what God's called you to in this season. It's time for you to stop. Cut that out. You got to relax. Like being a busybody in other people's business is just ridiculous. Okay? Because you got work to do. Don't you understand that? Like when you get ready to check up out of here and go see Jesus, it's gonna be an accountant. What did you do with the gift that I put in your life? And you got to be willing to give an account of it. You got to be able to give an account, baby. And most of y'all so busy caught up in what's lacking, what everybody else got, comparing yourself to everybody else. You comparing yourself. It's like, here's an example. My spiritual parents are Apostle Tony Wade and Prophetess Felicia Wade, right? These folks in their 50s. I'd be dumb as a mud to sit here with my 36-year-old self being like, I ain't got no house like Apostle and Prophetess. Oh, I'm just gonna cry and sit down and be depressed. I ain't got no big boy Range Rover like my spiritual Bible. I'm just gonna sit here and be depressed. Girl, shut up. Them folks have put the work in. So that's the problem. That is the problem, y'all. We want the glory without the story. You don't know what it took them folks. You don't know what they went through. I know for a fact my spiritual parents and other people that I admire, they don't tell you the whole story. They tell you what you need to hear to get you from where you need to be. And most of us, you sitting there hating on them, being jealous of them, wishing you had what they had, crying about what you ain't got, not realizing if you just put the work in. Put your head down, stop looking left and right, do what you got to do, you will hit them goals too. Come on, y'all, we got to do better. It's almost the second quarter of the year, and some of y'all already quit because you're comparing yourself, because you're so busy focused on what's lacking. We got to get that together, okay? And so, no money, no connections, no support, whatever's lacking, God literally has given you everything that's needed, okay? God never needed much to do much, okay? Did you hear that? God literally formed something out of nothing. And then God said, you know what? I gave you the something so that you can go and form your something. So what is that something that you need to be forming? Why are you so busy focused on what's lacking? Because nothing's lacking, nothing's missing. You have nothing to hide, nothing to defend, nothing to protect. You just need to start creating, start connecting, start contributing. Stop living just about you and your bills, yourself, your kids. When your whole life revolves around you, and you make everybody in your life gotta serve you. Who's here to help me? Me. You look stupid. And I ain't got no other word, but I think you look retarded, okay? And I want you to do better, okay? And so let's go to the Bible. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9 says, his power is made perfect in your weakness. And so that little bit you think you got, that little bit of mustard seed, it's all it takes. All it take. It's all it take, baby. And you waiting out, Lord, I'm gonna sit here and wait for the whole pie to show up, baby. You look foolish. Like, here's another example. I remember when I was a college student, young, baby, young and dumb, wild and free. And I remember being in Florida for a summer trip, a summer training Christian trip. And I remember my friends being like, it was just random. Hey, y'all want to get in the car and drive from Florida to California? And I'm like, I'm about it, baby. Let's go. Did not think about my kneecaps. One think about my shoulders. One think about my head. One think about nowhere to sleep. I'm just excited to be on the ride, baby. What if we would have said, well, we're not going to leave until we see all the lights are green from here to California? You think we would have made it? We would have still been sitting in Florida right now, trying to wait to see the whole chapter, see the whole journey. And some of y'all, that's what you're doing. You don't understand that the little bit you have is enough. The little bit of love that you got is enough. The little bit of money that you have is a seed. It's enough. You need to plant it. The little bit of knowledge that you have, it is enough. All my little babies, and y'all who know, I got a bunch of kids, all right? And one of my kids, she's 5, 4, 2, and 1, okay? I see all them teaching each other something. Ain't that cool? My 5-year-old doesn't say, "Well, I'm just 5. I can't teach anyone anything." No, she goes and she educates her siblings. Hey, sister and brother and sissy, I learned this in school. And she's unashamed. She's not trying to pretend like she knows what her preteen big sister knows. She takes what little that she got and she educates the little ones. So what are you hiding because you're embarrassed that you feel like you don't know enough? You feel like you're only good to do this. Well, mom, they said I can only do this. Who is they? Because last I checked, we're not in a permission society right now. It's up to you to get you where you want to be. Most of y'all trying to put your stuff on other people. You waiting on somebody else to help you get to where you're trying to go. Not realizing it's on you, baby. It's on you. They can only help you do so much. But some of y'all are two big old babies out here waiting for somebody else to help you. It's time to get it together, okay? And so your obedience is more powerful than your resources. Did you hear me? Your obedience is more powerful than your resources. Okay? And so stop counting what you ain't got and start multiplying what you do. Did you hear me? And so the third one before we get up out of here is you already quit or you about to quit because you don't have the right people around you. And that's something we talk about so much where I don't know how many times I gotta tell y'all this, but who you are around is so important. It's life and death. Now I'm not even like being dramatic. Who is around you? Who do you have speaking into you? Who do you have to encourage you when nothing makes sense? And some of those people that you got around you, they want to keep you where they found you. Don't y'all know that when I started really elevating and God started really bringing me out, I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of people in my life because a lot of people knew me as that young little single mom who was broke down, busted, disgusted, looking crazy. And then when I started elevating, it started making some people real uncomfortable. Now, what if I would have been like, I don't want to make them uncomfortable. They're my friends. I'm just going to calm down. Where would I really be? And so what you got to really, really begin to do is be like, bump you and whatever you feeling over there because I got somewhere to be in my destiny. Some of y'all, you delayed. You lost time trying to people please, trying to make everybody comfortable. You're losing time to get the mission done. Like I be saying, you sitting here acting like you got all day to get it done when you don't. And so I need for us to get it together and keep it moving. And so most dreams die in isolation. And most of y'all are in isolation. Who truly knows you? Who do you talk to? Or are you a terrible receiver and you want to be the smartest, you want to be the one that's always the one you can look up to, and you sitting there acting like you got it together when you know you don't. I want to be the dumbest one in the room. Every room I go in, I need to be the one who don't know nothing. Because that's the room I'm going to grow the most in. And so I need for you to get out of isolation and find like-minded people who can help you. I got a community. It's called the Empire. Like-minded kingdom, and some of them ain't Christian, but we gonna win them mugs to Jesus, okay? But anyways, these are like-minded people who want to build beautiful families, raise amazing kids, and build a big, beautiful business. Where's your community? If you don't have one, join mine, okay? And so without accountability, encouragement, or wise counsel, because you need that, okay? It is easy to let go of the very thing that you were born to do. Some of y'all, you've been quitting. And right now, I'm about to speak to Gen X and Boomers. Okay? This is strategically targeted at the Gen X generation and Boomers. Because most of y'all became martyrs for motherhood. Most of y'all gave up everything because you didn't have an option, to be honest. Like, you didn't have no option. It wasn't on internet. It wasn't none of that. Hey, Sister Queen, it was none of that. And you were forced to give it all away. You gave it all away and you put it all into your kids. And now you are full of so much purpose. You got so many talents, so many abilities, so much education. There's so much in you and you can feel it bubbling up. You can fit you. It's like you just crave to give it to somebody, but you're sitting back waiting because you're afraid of what they gonna say. You don't want nobody to hear your real story. And what I need you to hear me say as a millennial myself, who do a lot of serving and mentoring of the Gen X's and the Gen Alphas, we need to hear your story. We need our elders to begin to teach us, to begin to give us stuff, to share from their heart where they've been. Because you got a wisdom that we can't find today. And most time it's because y'all too ashamed to share your story. You too scared of what your friends gonna say. And a lot of y'all friends as Gen X's, y'all friends be terrible. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all friends trash. Is that rude? I don't care. Y'all friends trash. Y'all, a lot of y'all friends ain't friends. Y'all just around each other because y'all grew up in the same circles, and that's where you comfortable around. And most of y'all Gen Xers, especially women, y'all Gen Xers and boomers, y'all ain't got friends. Y'all isolated. Y'all family, y'all friends, and you sitting there acting like you don't have value to give because you're afraid of what they gonna say. It's time to let that go. All my 80s, 70s, 60 babies, it's time. It's time to open your mouth and share with us the wisdom that God's giving you. And I don't know why I went that way, but I'm talking to some older lady right now who's you're full of so much. You got so much in you. You can feel it bubbling up. And you hiding behind, I don't know, social media. I'm not comfortable. You got plenty of excuses why you can't. But I'm here to tell you all you need is one reason why you can. And I want you to move forward. And so iron sharpens iron. So one person sharpens another. Who's your iron? Who you got around you? And so I want you to get around kingdom-minded dreamers. Stop being stuck in friendships of fixed-minded people. A lot of people want to keep you where they found you. A lot of people don't like to see you grow. It's uncomfortable. And it's not you. It's just, it makes them uncomfortable. And so if you're around somebody who's not growth-minded, who's not a dreamer, who's not a visionary person, I'm not saying everybody got to have a big dream, but they got to want something. If you're not around those people, I need you to get away. I need you to limit conversations. I need you to back that thing on up because they're not going to help you win. They're not going to help you succeed. They're not going to help you chase your dream and become who God's told you that you need to become. And so get around kingdom-minded dreamers who will remind you of what God said, okay? And you will not quit. And if you've already quit or you are about to quit, go on, get your little self up, grab your towels you threw in, dust it off, and get back to work, okay? I love y'all so much. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have an amazing day.